Welcome to this guide on recording and printing checks in QuickBooks Online. In this tutorial, we'll cover how to record a check, how to print it, and how to ensure everything matches correctly in your transactions to keep your books in order. To get started, click on New and then choose Check from the options. Next, you'll enter the name of the person or company you're paying with the check. Select the bank account from which the funds will be drawn. If you're recording a check you've already written by hand, enter the date it was written. If you'd like QuickBooks to print the check later, just pick today's date. For the category, choose the account that best describes the purpose of the payment. If you don't see the right account, you can always add a new one. For example, this check is for utilities. In the description field, you can provide further details about your transaction. Then input the amount of the check. If the payment relates to a particular customer or project, make sure to note it here. If you're planning on printing the check, make sure to check the box labeled Print Later. This will add the check to your print queue, where you can choose to print it later by itself or along with other checks. When you're ready to print, you'll assign a check number during the printing process. You can add any additional details, like a memo or receipt for your reference. Once everything looks good, click Save and Close to record the check in QuickBooks. If you recorded a handwritten check, you're all done. But if you're printing the check, go back to New and select Print Checks. QuickBooks will show a list of all the checks you marked for printing. By default, all the checks in your queue will be selected, but you can uncheck any that you don't need to print. Make sure you load your pre-printed check stock into the printer and enter the number for the first check you're printing. Click on Preview and Print, then hit Print. Afterward, double-check that the check's printed correctly. And that's it. You're all set to record and print checks in QuickBooks Online.